President-elect Trump announced this week that Elon Musk will help lead a new agency known as the Department of Government Efficiency. The New York Times has new reporting on the billionaire's influence on the Trump transition, calling him Uncle Elon, as some Trump family members have now been known to do. A new article says, in part, quote, the world's richest person has ascended to a position of extraordinary unofficial influence in Mr. Trump's transition process, playing a role that makes him indisputably America's most powerful private citizen. Theodore Schleifer joins us now. He is a campaign finance reporter for the New York Times, the author of that article. Teddy, thank you so much for being here. Walk us through the timeline of how Musk went from a sometime critic of Donald Trump to someone who is now firmly ensconced in his inner circle.
Yeah, it all happened rather quickly. I mean, even in the calendar year 2024, we're really talking about here. Elon Musk and Donald Trump basically had no existing significant relationship before a couple months ago. Unlike someone like Howard Lutnick or Lyndon McMahon, who are the transition committee co-chairs who've known Trump for decades, Elon didn't really spend any time with him in person until actually what you're seeing right now on the screen, where he's jumping up on the stage at the Butler rally. Elon Musk wanted Ron DeSantis to be the Republican nominee, but beginning around this spring, he and advisors started meeting to plot a super PAC that became called America PAC, which Elon Musk would put upwards of $200 million into it. And now he's by Trump's side at Mar-a-Lago every day.
Pretty good return on investment. There was one section of your article that really stood out to me. I want to read it. You said, quote, Mr. Musk has assumed an almost mythical aura in Mr. Trump's inner circle. At Mar-a-Lago one recent evening, he walked into the dining room about 30 minutes after the president-elect did and received a similar standing ovation, according to two people who saw him enter. And as soon as I read that, I thought, President-elect Trump doesn't usually like it when the people who are surrounding him get as much attention, as much admiration as he does. Could that end up being a problem for Musk?
It could. Look, Elon Musk is not currently in a official role. He's been appointed to lead this government efficiency commission, but it's not really clear what exactly that's going to look like structurally. So could Elon be fired? Kinda. He could just fall out of grace and be no longer inside the inner circle. But a lot of the reason why Elon has influence with Trump is not because he, is appointed by Trump to be Secretary of Transportation or whatnot. It's because Elon Musk has money and controls Twitter, and he has a lot of influence that is going to make him a player in the Trump inner circle, almost regardless of whether Trump wants him there.
Trump is known to enjoy the company of his fellow billionaires, so perhaps it's no surprise that he has struck up this friendship with Elon Musk. But now Musk is sitting in on calls with foreign leaders, including Ukrainian President Zelensky. We know that he is someone who has government contracts, not only with the U.S. government, but foreign governments as well. Talk about the possible entanglements here and the kind of impact he could have on foreign affairs.
Sure. Well, look, it's not. He'd not be the first billionaire to work in government who had conflicts of interest, right? Most of these people do have conflicts of interest because they are enormously successful, which means they have lots of business interests around the globe, and that means that they have conflicts. I think what's different with Elon is what I was getting at a moment ago, where his role is going to be probably less regulated than kind of, a Goldman Sachs CEO who resigns to become Secretary of the Treasury, right? There's tons of congressional oversight. There's tons of personal disclosure forms. Elon's conflicts, especially during this transition period before he's even assumed a role at all, we're still learning about them, right? And look, conflicts are a part of working in government. Conflicts can be managed, as they say. But with Musk, just given the wealth he has, with 250, almost $300 billion, given the fact that he is, the head of not just one public company, but multiple private companies, the conflicts are going to require full-time job.
It's going to be a fascinating relationship to watch as it evolves. Theodore Schleifer, thanks so much for being here.
You bet.